Hello everyone, and welcome to my live show. I might as well get straight on to the topic. Just going to move the camera slightly backwards a little bit there. Okay, that's better. Hope you're all doing well. So, I'm going to get straight on to the topic, which is insider information on the royal family. Okay. Now, the source of this information is about Prince Andrew. I don't know what his new title is, but it's about Prince Andrew being a very entitled, spoilt brat, basically. And and this source comes from a royal security officer uh, who works as a protection officer to the prince and to Prince Andrew. So and the royal family. So this is where the source is coming from. This protection officer was based at Buckingham Palace from 1998 until 2004. So what is this about? Well, he is saying that he was a protection officer to Prince Philip and to the Queen at the same time. Um, and and it was just after as well Princess Diana had passed on. Um, what I wanted to look at here is, um, this energy from Prince Andrew, and this like spoilt brat energy, because he was the favorite. He was the favorite of the Queen, and I feel this is what made him very kind of entitled to be very demanding. So apparently, according to this source, he was very, very demanding. He actually told people to F off and used really, really bad kind of language to protection officers, to staff. And he also demanded that he had 27 teddy bears in a row, in a row on his bed each night, in a sequenced kind of order. 27 teddy bears on his bed. And these teddy bears had to be in a certain order. And he even got somebody to take a photograph of these teddy bears on his bed, and in this sequenced order, to then laminate this and put it on in a drawer beside his bed. And he says if anybody actually there will be problems if anyone actually puts these out of sequence. These people, the staff will be reprimanded. And it's saying here that he flew off the handle quite regularly, and he had women, girl after girl, quite young girls coming up to his apartment. Very rude individual, would swear at the protection officers who were actually just doing their job, Hello there, everyone. Hello, Virgo. Hello, Elephant Wanderer. Hope you are well. Thank you for coming, and please put your chat in the chat section. So, apparently, too, that is saying here, actually, it was at Windsor. Oh, actually, 72 teddy bears Sorry, not 27, 72 teddy bears. 72 teddy bears that had to be put in a certain kind of sequence on his bed. 72. That would have probably taken up all of the bed. Okay. And he had this laminated car which was in a side drawer beside his bed. And he took a picture of these teddy bears, and the maids had to look at the picture and put these teddy bears in a certain order, or he would shout and scream and swear at the maids. Okay, so this is what this insider said here: 72 teddy bears. I mean, how pathetic is that? Somebody, doing their job, just doing their job, and being shouted at by Prince Andrew. And apparently he had a string of female visitors, different women visitors, girls visitors, and also Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay, she was a very frequent visitor. Um, and the setup was that she just walked through Buckingham Palace without any checks. So they just let her through. The protection officers, I mean, look at her now, she's in prison. So, and apparently she was allowed into um, the apartments without any checks, and was allowed in 4 or 5 times a day. 4 or 5 times a day that she used to visit Prince Andrew at that particular time. So, and the protection officers said, what were their feelings on what was going on there? They felt that there was some kind of relationship going on between Ghislaine Maxwell and Prince Andrew. So that's what they say, that this was going on. So 72 teddy bears shouting, swearing, effing, and blinding if you didn't get it right. Um, so I mean, later on we got convicted kind of pedophiles, basically, um, were allowed to just walk into Buckingham Palace without any checks. And there were girls being, coming and going just freely into the palace. So this is the source that I got here. It's this protection officer who was, as I said, was a protection officer to Prince Andrew. So I don't know what your thoughts are on that. And quite interesting to kind of know this was going on a daily basis with the Ghislaine Maxwell. So what I'm going to do is, and I don't want to, I think, the source that I've got here, I don't know whether that's reliable or not. It's just kind of, people could say it's just hearsay. It's not really, can't really go on a card read or anything like that. But that's what I'm getting here. Can you imagine trying to arrange 72 teddy bears, 72 teddy bears on his bed each day, getting it in the correct order? So, hi there, Elephant Wanderer. Andrew can look after his own teddy bears now. He's got plenty of time, or the rest of his life. Well, that's what I wanted to look into. is actually what's going to happen now to Prince Andrew. Now the Queen has passed, he was the Queen's favourite. And the reason why he got away with all of this, because he was the Queen's favourite. So, let's brush it under the carpet and let's just carry on. And so I wanted to look at what happens to Prince Andrew. How is Prince Charles going to actually deal with his brother, Prince Andrew? So I'm going to pull out some cards for that. And I also do pick up energies that Prince Charles is actually pretty much struggling with his role at the moment of trying to fit into being king, King Charles, and how is he going to fit? I also get energies that he's struggling with that role. I also get that there's lots of rumors with the book coming out and Harry's book coming out, and saying all these revelations. We don't know what the revelations are yet, but I actually get that King Charles is going to struggle with his role. So let's have a look here at actually looking at Prince Andrew and what's going to happen to Prince Andrew first of all. Okay, how can I deal with Prince Andrew? King Charles must have known the High Priestess. The High Priestess is like spiritual energies. The King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles, I feel, is Prince Andrew. It says that he tends to go on his gut feeling of he feels that his gut feeling is telling him that he's gonna get kicked out of the royal family now that Mama has gone. Okay, and these are the energies intuitively that I'm getting, that now that Mama has gone, there's not going to be any place for me here. And I get with this card here is he's starting to find a place here in the royal family. He's trying to regain a place here in the royal family. It's like saying that the Queen, that gap that the Queen has gone here, and that King Charles is taking that gap. So I can take another space there that's in the royal family that is for me, and financial, yeah. So you see, it can see this coming. It can see this coming, that he feels that there's going to be financial losses, cutbacks here, cutting the finances away, and lots of personal difficulties. He can feel this coming. His gut feeling is that Prince Andrew's gut feeling is telling him, if I don't fight for a place here in the royal family, I am just going to be cut out here financially. So I've got to fight for a place. So this is what I'm getting here. But he feels this is coming, this being cut out here financially, trying to be very creative with the military, trying to look at how can he fit in here with the military and support the military. I feel he's putting himself forward to King Charles to say, look, I can do this. I can do this to support the military. And he's trying to get away from that bad kind of press about Ghislaine Maxwell. Locked away there in prison, yet she used to come and go freely in Buckingham Palace, how ridiculous is that? So I get here, looking at very creative phase. How can I make my money? How can I keep this money flowing? How can I keep going with this? And his daughters too, a place for his daughters. So he's very active in this because he knows that this is coming. He knows that he's going to get cut out here of the royal family. And so he's fighting to keep this place. He's trying to re kind of invent himself as this kind of, but Prince Charles, King Charles is not having it. Okay, King Charles here. Um, let's have a look. What is King Charles going to do? He wants a renewal with the rebirth card. He wants a renewal. He wants, like we all kind of realize this. Thank you, Elephant Wanderer, for your amazing comments. Thank you. Really appreciate it. And I get here that this is quite, I get that he is going to confront. He's going to say, I want this, I want that, I want this, like an entitled jerk. And I get, and King Charles is going to actually confront this and say, hold your horses. None of this is going to happen. None of this is going to happen. And hold your horses, because you have been deceptive, dishonest, and you've been hiding these things for years and years. And we know it. We know it. We know that you've been hiding things for years and years. We know what was going on. And yeah, the money card, but the money card is in reverse. So he's going to cut him off from his money. He's going to say, I feel that King Charles is going to say, you're not deserving of of this any funds from the royal family. And I feel this is him slimming down the monarchy. So the slimming down of the monarchy is kind of cutting Prince Andrew out here. And so I feel that's what Prince Charles is planning on doing here, is trimming this down. But trimming this down is I don't know how he's going to do that, but I get that he's going to be stopping. I get like Prince Andrew is like rushing in here after the death of the Queen and saying, I want this, I want that, I'm entitled to this, I'm entitled to that. And King Charles is going to say, stopping him in his tracks and say, no, you're not going to get any of that. You're not going to, this is not going to happen, okay? You've been deceptive, you've lied, and you have caused us all these problems. And I feel this is where he is going to slim down this monarchy, and he's going to, I'm guessing financially, he's going to cut Andrew out here. He's part of this slimming down the monarchy here. Now, I feel he's been left quite a number of legacies from the Queen. So it's not as if he's without cash, or he will have been left a huge kind of lump sum. The Queen would have looked after her favourite son, and so he's not going to be without, I would say, quite a few £1,000,000 to be going along with, including her granddaughters. So they're not going to be penniless. But in terms of, I feel this is what on top of the list of the slimming down of the monarchy is to actually, uh, stop Prince Andrew. Um, so I'm going to have a look at your comments here. Hello, everyone. Nice to see you. Please put your comments. Please put your comments in the comment section, because the source that I have here, which is this protection officer, says that he was not a very nice character. Prince Andrew is very rude. He swore, and he was very demanding towards the protection officers, and wanted his 72 teddy bears to be placed in a certain way on his bed. And if any of those were out of place, he taken a photograph of the way that he wants his 72 teddy bears to be placed on his bed on a laminated sheeting in next to his bed. And if he gets that wrong, if anything's out of place, the maids will be sworn at, will be reprimanded. And so he's not a very nice character. And apparently Ghislaine Maxwell was in and out of his apartments quite regularly, according to this source, okay? To this source. So please put your comments in the comment section. So let's have a look here. Thank you, Elephant Wanderer. What an amazing comments. Look at the comments that she's putting in the chat. Thank you so much. So I really don't know why they're all in panic. Nobody knows what has put in the book. Yeah, I feel what I'm going to look at is the book. I'm going to just do a little mini reading on the book. But I just get this energy from King Charles that he's going to be struggling with his role for some reason. And King Charles has told Andrew that there's no way back, okay? Andrew tried to backstab King Charles to stop him getting the throne when the Queen was alive by putting himself forward. Okay, yeah, a lot of things here. Now, I do get the energies. There's lots of battles here between King Charles and Prince Andrew right now as we're speaking. You know, he's trying to desperately look for a place for himself within the royal family. Well, I could do this for the military, and I could do this for the military. And but I feel that let's have a look at this battle here. Let's pull some cards out here of the battle between King Charles and Prince Andrew right now as we speak. And what's your thoughts on this? Do you feel that Prince Andrew, if you're a staunch supporter of Prince Andrew, do you feel that he should have a place here in the royal family? Is it only right that he should have a place in the royal family because he was the Queen's favourite? So let's have a look here. This fight, this battle between King Charles and Prince Andrew, the whole kind of family are kind of falling apart. I mean, we have Prince Harry and the Duke and Duchess of Sussex and King Charles not really getting along right now. So it feels like the whole family are just falling apart. So what I'm going to look at is let's focus on this energy between Prince Andrew and King Charles. It stinks, actually. It stinks because I get here that, you know, King Charles is like this hatred here for his brother. And he's racking his brains here of how to deal with this. It's like it's giving him a huge headache. How am I going to deal with my brother? How am I going to, he wants to be the head of this and he wants to be ahead of that. And he is absolutely deluded with the Seven of Cups. He is absolutely deluded. He is grandiose. He's acting very grandiose. He's acting very kind of narcissistic. How do I deal with this deluded man who wants this place in the royal family after all that he's done here? Yet we do get the battles here between uh, uh, King Charles and Andrew, and I feel that this is he doesn't want to have to do this. I get this energy of King Charles doesn't really want to have to deal with this. You know, it's his brother. What is the public going to think if I cut him out of the royal family? But there is a battle going on right now with the two of them. And I get like, who the hell does he think he is? Thinking that he can get this, that, the other from the royal family. Who the hell does he think he is? He knows, yeah, I get leadership. I get that King Charles is trying to take leadership here. He's trying to find his role as like head of state here. Yeah, I get the money again, taking the money away. He's not going to give him any kind of support from the privy purse. He's not going to give him any support. I feel he's going to have to say, enough is enough. Go and retire. Go and do something. Go and retire somewhere where nobody can see you, and just like the money situation is going to stop. The Queen of Cups is his daughters. I feel that King Charles will take care of the daughters. He will ensure that the daughters are being taken care of. I don't know, financially. I feel, if they want a place where they can help with the royal family at work. I also get the dishonesty, the distrust. King Charles cannot trust Prince Andrew. He cannot trust him. He cannot trust him. And it's all about family. It's all about family. It's all about, well, I am part of the royal family. You can't stop me. I am the part of the royal family here. And I get the Lord here. And I get King Charles is trying to assert his authority as the Lord, but he's not just the Lord, he's the king. He's trying to assert his authority. He doesn't like doing this. I think that he's actually, I feel he may actually lose his mind a little bit here. With the moon card, I feel he's going to have problems. There's so many problems stacked up here with Prince Harry and Prince Andrew. There's so many, it's stacking up. It wouldn't surprise me if King Charles starts to have some kind of, mental breakdown or something like that he cannot cope, and he will try to come out of the limelight and go and reside in his cottage, at Highgrove, when he's supposed to be in Buckingham Palace and he's supposed to be at Windsor. But off he goes to Highgrove. And it's like he doesn't want it. It's like it doesn't fit with me, and he's not coping. He needs his countryside, he needs his flowers and his plants and all this kind of thing, and farm working and fixing up, the walls and the dry stone walls and all this kind of thing. He's certainly going to focus in looking after the countryside, um, because that's how he copes. That's how he gets through, and he's not coping with this. So there are these battles. I get that Prince Charles, sorry, King Charles, is not he's not coping with dealing with this, but he knows he's got to deal with this. Okay. Let's have a look here. Andrew tried to backstab King Charles. Yeah. Thank you, Elephant Wanderer. Amazing comments, by the way. Thank you. I'd like more comments from you guys. Please comment. Don't be shy. I think King Charles will abdicate in 5 years. I actually did pick that up too. I did a reading and I said that King Charles will not be very popular, and I don't feel that he'll cope with not being very popular. And I don't think his health is great. Me neither, especially his mental health. Yes, and you think that William will take over, and Camilla's not well either. Uh, yeah, I feel the pair of them are not up to the job. They're not. And they're just going to go running off to Highgrove. I mean, the King of England doesn't kind of just run off to Highgrove in his country estate because he's got Sandringham and he's got Balmoral Castle and he's got all these other properties, Windsor, and he's not going to reside there very often. So so let's have a look here at Camilla's health. I feel that Charles's health is his mental state. He can't cope. He's too old. He's thinking, I'm too old for this. I'm too old to be jetting around the world and all this kind of thing. Yeah, let's have a look at Camilla. Let's have a look at Camilla. Camilla. Is Camilla is how is Camilla's health here? How is Camilla's health? Does she suffer from her nerves? Is she suffering from any kind of condition here? Let's have a look. I actually get don't blame me. Don't blame me. So I get like this energy from Camilla. Don't blame me. Um, she's not happy. I feel she's not that happy in that position. I can hear her saying like, let's go to our cottage. Um, I just feel that they cannot keep up. It's like they're really not going to act like a king or a queen. They're just going to be, it's like they're going to do part time, you know. They're finding it very hard to juggle this. And it's like the time of their life where they just want to kind of slow it down. And again, they've got all these battles to sort out with the families. And it's like, I'm too old for this and I can't deal with this. I just want, yeah, I get mental health. So I do get she is suffering with her mental health, um, her nerves, her nervous system. It could be Parkinson's, but I can't diagnose here. I would say that something to do with her nerves. Also, Prince Charles. I feel Prince Charles has always had this weak. He's been a weak character, and I don't feel that he is going to be a strong king. I don't. I don't feel that. I get this energy. He's not strong enough to do this job, and and I feel, yeah, I get mental health issues like meltdowns, and I get the 10 of Cups and family, dealing with family, battling with family, and look at that, the Tower. The Tower, they're not going to. I don't feel they're going to cope with this role. The King Charles having to deal with Prince Andrew, and soon after that it'll be his son, his brother, and his son that he's battling with. Hello, Valley Girl. Thank you for coming. Catherine looks like a queen in a beautiful white gown at a recent event. Yeah, I think it's. I feel that Charles. I think. I think again. I feel that Charles has made a mistake. He should have passed this on to his son, because he's soon going to realize that he's not got the energy to do this. And yes, I feel you're right, Elephant Wanderer. I feel you're right that Camilla's not that well herself. I get arthritis, I get inflammatory disease, I get nervous system quite bad with her nerves. I also get that King Charles is not very strong person to do this. And they're just going to go off to their country houses out of the way. I mean, um, and us, the taxpayer, paying for this. We're actually paying for this to watch this king go off and not see them. And so I get the Tower. I don't feel this is. You're right. I feel it's not going to last that long. And there is the Justice card here. This is justice for what they did to Diana. You know, and the lady. Look at that. As I said that, the lady in reverse. As I said that, what they did to Diana. I get the lady in reverse. Nobody's going to respect. Well, a handful of people are going to respect Camilla, but I get this as justice for what they did to Diana, and they are pretty deluded in thinking that they are going to be accepted as the king and queen. They are deluded. I feel that they are going to find this out. That after what we did to Diana, running off, sneaking off, having an affair behind her back while she was pregnant, I was sneaking to see you. Is there any wonder? Are we being deluded that actually that we're going to be accepted as king and queen? I do get the sun is shining on them. And I do get that they are happy of their status and that he's actually become king. But I think after a while, they're going to realize that they're not that well received as the king and queen of England. And that's going to be, what is the time frame for that? I would say the time frame for that will be 3 years' time. I think the newness of becoming king will be a novelty. He knows the seriousness of his role as king. But I feel this is going to wear off after 3 years. He's going to get older, so is Camilla. And, and I don't feel that she's in good health, in all honesty. I think she's going to need care at home. And I feel that Camilla will want to reside in Highgrove, her country house, rather than Buckingham Palace. So at the moment, they're quite happy with the role, and they're looking forward to the coronation. That will be a they will bring that they will bring it down a notch or two. They won't have so much pomp and ceremony. But I do get that after 3 years, they're soon realizing that they're not up to this role, and maybe we should have passed it on to William and Kate. And I feel there may be actual talks of abdication. I would say, yes, you're right. I would say at least 5 to 6 years of looking at whether they should abdicate and pass this on to William and Kate, because they've got the stamina. And their children will be a lot older. They will be on the balcony with their children, and not on the balcony with just Camilla and King Charles and grandchildren. So that's what I get with King Charles and Camilla. Now let's look at Prince Harry and this book, okay? Um, and the revelations. I feel that there's going to be some blame here of King Charles, of the way that he treated his mother and the firm, how they treated his mother. This is going to come out. And I think it's already coming out with The Crown and the recent series 5. It's very clear there that the way that you could see both sides, but you could see that the way that Diana was treated was so kind of wrong. And so I feel the book is going to highlight the way that they treated my mother, the way that the firm treated my mother. Something about Prince Philip too. So, yeah, and so let's have a look at this. Prince Harry and why he left the firm, and being the spare, and looking at this book here, which King Charles is dreading. So because it's due out in January, isn't it? I may be wrong there, but I think it's due out in January. So let's have a look here. Yeah, they're doing it for money. Obviously, they're going to make they're going to make millions out of this book, out of Harry's book here. And this is going to cause a lot of battles and fights within the royal family, between Harry and King Charles. Lots of battles here. Lots of battles. Because it's going to come out. It's going to come out. It's going to be 10th of January. Thank you, Elephant Wanderer. Yeah. So I mean, that'll be interesting read to buy, wouldn't it? So I get here, yeah, all about money. This is going to cause uproar in the royal family. And yeah, something about Prince Philip, okay. The King of Swords, something about Prince Philip, I feel maybe said in the book, and partly to do with the firm and the reasons they had to stick to these ridiculous archaic rules, and the way that Diana, I feel, was treated. Yeah, more battles, more arguments, more battles here. So I could say that after Christmas, when this book comes out, we can look forward to more battles between King Charles and Harry and Meghan. Differences of opinion here, difficulty in trusting them, doing it for money, and all of this kind of thing. So yeah, so it's like getting over these obstacles of, yes, it's going to cause a massive big kind of fallout here. I also get some kind of respect towards Harry for actually bringing this out and actually exposing uh, this about the royal family, because I get bringing shame here, bringing shame on the monarchy, bringing shame on the royal family, bringing shame on the Queen, bringing shame on Prince Philip, bringing shame to the family. So lots of shame, lots of arguing. But I can tell you now that Prince Harry doesn't give a damn. He doesn't give a damn. He doesn't feel. He feels that he was an outsider, and I feel that this is what he's going to say, and this is pure intuitive energies. Okay, he's going to say, "I felt like an outsider. I felt like um, I felt like the spire, and the way that the spire gets treated is like an outsider, like you don't belong, that you just was born just in case, um, kind of thing." Um, and I actually don't feel that I don't feel that King Charles actually does love Harry. I don't pick that up. I don't pick up that he actually loves Harry like he should love him as a son. He loves William, but I don't feel he's ever kind of felt that way towards Harry. I think it was because um he was born, they had to get an heir to the throne, and so it took that pressure away. So he was a spy. It was like he was treated like a spy, like he didn't really matter that much. And he felt this. I feel that Harry felt that King Charles didn't really love him, um, as he should have loved him, or he wasn't there. Yeah, Hewitt's son, yeah. And yeah, there's people saying that that actually it's Hewitt's son, because they were having an affair around that time. So I get the sun card is in reverse. So when this book comes out, it's certainly not that nobody here is going to be happy whatsoever about this, and they can't stop it. They can't stop it. There's going to be lots of revelations. How he didn't feel loved by uh, his father. He felt loved by his mother. Um, and he's going to mention about his mother also not being cared for and looked after and protected like she should have been protected. And that's what I'm getting with this book. It's also mentioning Prince Philip, um, and the firm, and being an outsider, and I actually do get lots of battles here, real big fallouts about this. That's it. You're done here. You're not welcome in the royal family. Not after this. Um, so wow. I just feel, and I did a reading on um, Prince Charles actually giving the olive branch to invite them back to the UK and back into the royal family. Because why? Because I guess that Prince Charles, or sorry, King Charles, wants to stop this damn book from being published, and feeling if I offer an olive branch and say, come home, we can sort this out. Let's deal with this, because he doesn't want that book being done published. But they've decided that they want to. I feel they want to rake in the money that that's going to earn. That book is going to earn quite a lot of money. In fact, it may even, I feel Megan may say we could make this into some kind of Netflix series, and about you, Harry. So there's also that too. Is like Netflix will probably be looking into making this into some kind of series, the book. So not great. Um, I feel that there's going to be lots of arguing, so lots of things for King Charles to deal with, which is Prince Andrew. First of all, first and foremost is Prince Andrew. Let's get that out of the way, which is his brother, and then his son, his own son, is going to have to deal with. I think he's going to he's actually going to actually realise that there's no love there between him and his son, and I feel that King Charles is partly for his fault for that. He knows that he could have done more and supported him more, um, and been there more for Harry and loved him more and accepted him more, but he felt like an outsider. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. So thank you for coming. Please put your comments in the comments section there if what you feel about this. And thank you. I just want to say a big thank you to Elephant Wanderer there. She has just been amazing with the comments. Thank you so much for contributing. Been very interesting to read them. And so, thank you, all of you. What do you think? Do you feel that King Charles will stay around for many years to come, or do you feel that he may abdicate to allow William and Kate to actually, be the monarchs instead? Would they be more suitable, especially with all of these tensions around here? With all of these tensions around, where is your place? What do you get? What is your legacy? Where do you fit in here? Where do you fit in, Prince Andrew? Where do you fit in with your family? Because it looks like you're going to be dropped from that family quite soon. Anyway, thank you for. Let's just finish off with looking at some of your comments. Uh, let's have a look. Elephant Wanderer, night night after bed. Thank you for coming, and Jane. I think King Charles will stay and slimline duties. Randy Andy. Yeah, I don't know what that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. It's not going to go too well, I don't think. Okay, guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you. See you soon. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye.